Hello everyone, and welcome to WWE 2k23 MyGM mode. This will be kind of our introduction to the new game. So for this one, I'm going to be doing a new four-player GM mode, 3 computers obviously, and we are just going to do 15 weeks, even though they don't have a 15-week option, just to get us back into the groove. And then I've put a poll up on the community posts, which we finally were given after YouTube like 7 or 8 months ago saying they were rolling out community posts to all channels as long as you verified your account, which I did a long time ago, stuff like that. It finally rolled over for me and I can use it. So there's a poll up. Please vote on it if you're watching this video. And if you do like the content, please like and subscribe as well. But first, we got to do our draft. We're going to be Eric Bischoff playing WCW, per the request of one of my real-life friends that supports the channel. We're going up against Stephanie McMahon on Raw, Sonya Deville on NXT, and Tyler Breeze on SmackDown. I might, for the next series or videos or whatever happens, actually show you me picking all this stuff, but for this one, I just wanted to get started as quick as I could. We have a slightly custom draft, no custom wrestlers downloaded yet or anything, but basically all the bonus wrestlers I got unlocked for buying the special edition. So all the old versions of Brock Lesnar, not John Cena, Prototype, original Randy Orton, and Leviathan, just to add them in for fun, and all the legends that were bought in-game, stuff like that. So we're going to confirm selections. We're going to play on hard. We're going to play on... Oh yeah, they separated it into AI logic and actual game difficulty for booking. You can start... The minimum you can have is the same as last year, 2.75, but you can actually have 3 or 325 million. This time, so I'm going to have most. Since it's... let's go snake order. I love the old... If you play NBA 2K like I do on occasion, I love the old serpentine draft. They're interesting. We're going to use the custom draft pool. And auto draft is off. Select that and start the draft. Like I said, for this one, I'm going to manually just stop it after 15 weeks just for a nice intro. And then whatever the results of the poll are over the next couple of days while I catch up my Stardew series, from there we will decide what we're going to do next. Season 1. Oh yeah, this works a little bit differently. We will go over that in this video, and that's why I need to do the poll. Couple things. Number one, their default season is now 25 weeks, and it's meant to be more of an ongoing GM multiple season thing, which is one of the options in the poll. Another option is to just keep doing what we're doing with this video and basically make our own 15-week seasons. A third option is to actually just do a continuous one and try to go for the Hall of Fame, which is the new thing, or a mixture of do one long series or 1 day of videos a week and then do the makeshift 15-week ones to try some challenges. So we each now start with 3.25 million. GMs take turns drafting one after another. 9 rounds of drafting instead of 8 this year, and then it becomes optional. We can get recommendations, all the good stuff. I did load the game up just to make sure everything worked, and also to skip through all the tutorial stuff that it makes you see of, like, here's how you do this, because most of that is still the same. Excuse me. So, purely because it's funny, and because he has high popularity and high stamina, I'm going to pick Prototype number 1. Now, I keep forgetting it's 4 players now. I was like, I'm going to pick Drew McIntyre, I think. No, I'm not. And since we did Serpentine, SmackDown, they all go before me again. And then but then I get 2 picks. Excuse me. So, I am going to pick Finn Balor to go up against Prototype. And then I'm going to pick a woman, I think. Or am I going to pick up Kane and then get a cruiserweight and a woman next time? I think we're going to go... Yeah, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go with Asuka. She has high stamina and popularity. And although they are a little more expensive this year, you also get a higher budget, so it ends up working out in the end. Now they're just going to pick all of the women because they saw me pick one, I guess. Now I get 2 picks. So, first I'm going to pick another woman. I need a bruiser. Rhea Ripley would be a good choice, but she doesn't have much in the way of stamina. Oh look, you have 87 stamina. Let's pick Shayna Baszler. And then let's go and pick... I'm going to pick up Jey Uso, I think. Yeah, pick up Jey Uso. And of course, someone immediately picks Jimmy, but honestly, that's not the worst. Because while I would have put them together as a tag team if I got them, I actually just mostly picked him because he's a cruiserweight and I wanted to pick a good cruiser. So now I need to find a giant, which I don't even know if there are anymore. I probably should have looked at that. There is. Braun Strowman is a babyface giant. He has good stamina, so we're going to pick Braun Strowman. I get another pick. Now I'm going to pick another... Is there any female giants? There's a female cruiser. Is there any female giants? Yes, but they're a heel and the cruiser is a babyface. So... Oh, Raquel Rodriguez this year is a babyface giant. So, I think what we're going to do... Oh good, there's a couple cheap cruisers there too. So let's pick up Tamina, because she has really high... There's several cruiser females I can pick from, so they hopefully won't take all of them. But also she has 90 stamina, so... You want to have high stamina starting out, especially while we're doing a little shortened version of this with 15 weeks. And then I think I'm going to pick up Liv Morgan. No, I'm not. I just noticed her stamina. Who am I going to pick up? Which one of them has the best stamina? Aiden Carter. Also saves a bit of money. Does only have 40-something popularity, but we can make that work. I also get another pick now. Pardon me. A little bit extra dry today. I don't know why. I'm even drinking water, but whatever. So we need a specialist. I want to go by class. I want to grab at least one or two specialists. Let's grab Montez Ford. This is high popularity relative to the way they do popularity in the game mode, and also really high stamina. And we'll see what we can get after that. Oh yeah, I also added alternate eras of people. Extra Eddie Guerreros, extra Rey Mysterios, that sort of thing. Just because I haven't downloaded anything else yet, so I just wanted to have maximum options. Let's see, who else are we picking? I need a heel. specialist for the men, I think. And the one with the most stamina is Cameron Grimes. Maybe I go... Do I go Cameron Grimes? Yeah. I would have rathered someone with more stamina than that, but I can always rest him for a bit. I'm going to pick up Gigi Dolan. She's cheap. Hopefully they'll leave me the babyface woman specialist I saw there. Forget who it said it was. But hopefully they do. Also, one of the greatest gimmicks, Twitter gimmicks going on right now, if you haven't seen it. Now that Dijak is back to being called Dijak, he keeps dunking on T-Bar, despite the fact that in this game, T-Bar, like, he doesn't wear the mask or even, I don't think, paint anymore. He's just looks like Dijak, but Dijak keeps pretending it's someone else and crapping on him, being like, don't pick him when you play this game, he's terrible. Which makes me laugh. Excuse me. So, I'm gonna grab... So right now we have, I just want to make sure, 3 specialists, 2 male, 1 female, and then 2 of everything else. So yeah, let's grab babyface Zoe Stark. 62 is not awful starting stamina, but I was hoping to get them all in the 70s and 80s, but that's unrealistic, really. So what else do we want to grab now? I think now we can pretty much just grab a little bit of whatever we want, honestly. So I think we mostly go by stamina and not... So like, Massey would be good because I'm probably just going to say Mace. Massey is annoying to say over and over again. Mace is high stamina, okay popularity, and heel giant, and there's at least 1, 2... Oh, they haven't turned Dom heel yet. They didn't quite update it all the way to that. But that's okay. I understand it's not always going to be 100% up to date. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that he's a pickable character in the game. So yeah, I'm actually going to pick Mace. Because I don't know if it was going to end up quite the same as last year, but giant cruisers almost always do well. I mean, they should, because the pairings match up, but like that particular pairing, the AI crowd seems interested in. Which I guess makes sense, because, you know, the giant / Big Show versus Rey Mysterio always caught my attention every time. Is it just going to be Rey Mysterio, Jesus. Is it just going to be Dom Mysterio, or am I going to pick someone else? Could pick Reggie, he's a little bit cheaper, but his stamina's not as good. So, I think it is going to be him. Because I want somebody I don't have to do a turn promo for. Because at least for this 15-week one, we're not really worrying too much about Hall of Fame goals. If we decide to settle through the vote on one long-term one, then obviously we'll take those more into consideration. But I'm not too worried about those if I get something done and I get something done, but this video is just an example one. So, excuse me. I get another pick if I want one, and I think I do. And I think what I'm going to do is pick up someone cheap to just kind of have around as an extra person. Ilya Dragunov, maybe. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to end the draft, and I'll look at the free agents, because different people might come up. They're also done. They're also done. Hey, I could have grabbed Nikita Lyons. Oh well. Oh, they grabbed 2 more. Look at them go. I love that Creed and like you hit Austin Creed, Xavier Woods, for those of you who don't watch Up, Down, Down. I love that Woods and Breeze are GMs this year. It just makes me happy because they're playing the old GM games on Up, Down, Down. It's absolutely the number one reason that we finally got this back. But yeah, even though we're not going to really focus on it, I will show you this here that comes up for the long-term play option so you can see what we might be going for if we play it. To enter the Hall of Fame and prove you are the best, be the first GM to earn 10 Hall of Fame trophies. Trophies can be awarded through either career achievements or seasonal challenges. Entering the Hall of Fame will allow you to continue playing or retire your save file. Good to know. Right now we're at 4 weeks till Survivor Series, apparently. WCW is absolutely ready, Hunter. We are going to smoke this. We need to... Oh, yeah. I like that because WCW didn't really have much of a women's belt. I guess they had one for a little while, but no one remembers it. They just basically blanked out the WWF Old Women's Championship and put WCW logos on the side of it. But that's okay. The fact they even bothered to do that at all is good. The other thing that's weird to me is that they have the US title in this game, but it's not the mid-card title in GM mode. For some reason, it's the hardcore title, but in order to go with game mechanics, you don't have to make it a hardcore match to defend it either. It's weird. I don't know why they didn't just use the US, but whatever. Apparently, the guys programming this game were the 10 people who actually fondly remember WCW's hardcore title. I don't know. Alright, so who are we picking? I like that it shows their morale next to them now with a little emoji. Who am I giving the title to? I feel like the obvious choice would be either Prototype or Finn Balor. And there's a reason it's the obvious choice, because it's exactly what we're going to do. Alright, you take that. And then... Or... because they have a few more points of stamina. Do I do Braun Strowman and Jey Uso? No, we're doing that. Who's going to have the belt for the women? I have just enough women to have tag titles as well, which is good. And the good thing about adding a new singles, at least men's title, is I can just put it on the line during rivalries, so I don't have to worry about, oh, do I have enough people? Because as long as I have enough people to book the show, I can just put that anywhere. So, we are going... This is actually my longest draft episode ever, but it's because of all the changes that I wanted to go over in the video and point people towards the community post. So, we got to pick a women's champion. I also usually cut this end stuff out, but I didn't this time. Just the setup. Let's go... let's go Baszler. It's the obvious choice, but it's also the smart one. Excuse me. Do not book your most popular giant this week. What do I get for that? Double cost. Okay, that could be useful. Let me actually click on the journal to see all of it now. And then, of course, the booking of the show is over here. Crew stuff's over here. Manage roster. Since we've already got a little bit longer starting episode this time. I say starting episode, start to the video. This might be a little bit longer than my usual videos, but the bookings will still be just cut and paste, so. So I'll show you week 1 because it's a new game. Why not? So what are we gonna do? Who are we gonna hire? They list Bad Bunny as a legend. I moved him to normal. But I didn't want to include him, just to have more options. So first thing immediately, popularity matters less. Oh, you can even go by gender now. Interesting. Class. Roll. Stamina. Thank you. Dolph Ziggler with an 89 stamina. Gunther with a 57. Rich Orikawa. I'm so excited. I checked. They have all the same jobbers from last year, and they added more. They don't use pictures for them anymore, though. It looks like they just used created wrestler ones. Like Cora Cutt looks different, way different than she did last year. I think Jody Garcia was there and looks way different. Vicky McLeod looks a little bit different. It's kind of interesting. I love me some jobbers, so. Medical bill, I didn't even see that one from the new list. That's awesome. Oh, that's such a terrible name, I love it. Carolina Reaper, there you go. Dolph Ziggler would be permanent with 60 popularity and 89 starting stamina. Bit on the expensive side. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to hire anybody right now. Limited stock. Select an opposing brand. Double the price of their power cards in the shop next week. Interesting. Backstage booking. These are our power cards for being Eric Bischoff and WCW. The WCW one is booking costs for all show logistics are free this week. And Classically Trained I think is the WCW one, and the backstage booking is Bischoff. Classically Trained is extend the duration of all your current Legends contracts by 5 weeks. And then when you actually care about doing it, there's the trophies. So we'll see if those come into play or not, depending how you guys vote. For now, though, this is already a much longer draft video than the draft portion of the video clip. Me, when I edit. And most of them, so I'm going to call it here, book the first show, and then we'll come back. Alright folks, here we go with week number 1. Starting off with the Women's Championship match. Asuka challenging Shayna Baszler. Let's simulate and see how this goes. We have a new Women's Champion, Asuka. Oh yeah, I forgot, because I didn't actually run shows in my trial. Some of this will still come up. I'll just go through it quickly. 3.5-star opener, but didn't start a rivalry, sadly. Excuse me. Good quality match, though. Jey Uso's going to call out Braun. They're going to fight for the hardcore title. I'm just going to probably call it the US title, because it's faster to say anyway. I was going to have them, one of the tag title matches happen next week, and them fight for the US hardcore, whatever you want to call it, title now. But my goal for the week was as you guys actually saw, was to not put my most popular giant on the show, promo or match, and that's him. So, yeah. I have hired 2 new people. I hired China because we had the budget to do it, and I have a legend-related card as one of my power cards, so why not? And then I hired the first female fighter that I saw and looked, and there wasn't any real in-game wrestlers. So Cinnamon Garrett is getting a tag title shot with Tamina. Here we go. Excuse me. Unsurprisingly, Chyna and Caden Carter win. Oh yeah, unfortunately they still didn't add tag team callouts. I wish that was different. That's like the one thing I noticed that I was really hoping for that they didn't do. 2.5 stars, not as good as the opener, which is fine, but it did start a rivalry. Gigi Dolan with an okay promo. 5,000 fans. Dominic, and since he is listed babyface, Dominic and Montez Ford versus Mace and Cameron Grimes for the tag team titles. Montez and Dominic win. We have a solid 3-star match. Zoe Stark, I didn't even have to skip that. It just skips it on its own now. Okay promo as well, but don't really care. I don't know why Gigi Dolan only has a 2 on the mic. I think her promos are pretty entertaining, but anyway. And the main event, the Prototype. Not to be confused with his twin brother, John Cena. The Prototype versus Finn Balor. Simulate. Finn Balor retains the title. 3.5-star match starts a rivalry. Love to see that. That's a pretty damn solid first show. We now have to simulate all of these shows individually. Whoops. I accidentally, it didn't register my button press to skip the whole thing. That's the other thing I wanted to ask. Because the option for 4 players or up to 4 people is here, do you guys want me to do 4-player, or do you want me to stick to 2 or do 3, or what do you want to do? So, we had the second best opener at 3.5 stars. We had the second best mid-card, well, tied at 2.5 stars. We had the second best other mid-card at 3 stars. And we had the second worst main event because 2 of them got 4-star main events. And then SmackDown just completely crapped the bed. Continue. Yes, I know all of this. Thank you, Woods. Get out of my way. You're wonderful, but get out of my way. So we got some 56,000 fans gained, $41,000. And let's see how that turns out for us. Oh, it doesn't show the ranking on there anymore. Good. That's good. Oh yeah. I forgot you get power cards for finishing those Hall of Fame goals. As I discovered when I ended up with 2 extra cards. Now 3. I had another To the Moon card. I just used one of those on Caden Carter to boost her popularity for the tag title feud. And commissioner goal complete. I am currently number 1. Wow. I am off to a good start. I am happy with that. Alright, well, we will be right back. Well, for you guys, about 30 seconds. For me, about 5 to 10 minutes. Unless I decide to start getting ready for work, which I need to do soon in real life. So it might be tonight when I get home from work. We'll record the rest of this video. Alright, folks, week number 2. Starting it off, because I like to switch the card order around. Try to keep it feeling a little bit fresh, even though I'm doing the same match. Prototype kicking it off with Finn Balor for the championship. I suspect Balor's going to retain. Well, Prototype wins. New champion doesn't further the rivalry, unfortunately. Shayna Baszler, however, does start a rivalry with Asuka, which is great. Men's tag team title match. Dom and Ford defending against Mason Grimes. They retain them. 3.5 star Oak with second match as well. Asuka with a charity promo. Thank you. Mid-card match. Women's tag team titles. Caden Carter and Chyna defending against Tamina and Cinnamon Garrett. With that awesome giant bangs. But not enough to get the win. Sadly, it doesn't further the rivalry. Zoe Stark with a weak charity promo, but I still get credit for the fans. Thank you. And in the main event, the other reason, because I knew this was going to be a tables match. Braun Strowman, Jey Uso for the U.S. Hardcore title. Obviously, I'm kidding. It's the Hardcore title. I just don't know. I understand why it wasn't the U.S. But here we go. Excuse me. Jey Uso is the new Hardcore champion. 3.5 star match. Does not start a rivalry, unfortunately. Or continue the rivalry. They actually already have one from his promo last week. So, let's see how we did. I mean, I know how we did. We did fantastic. 3.5 star match. Everyone had a 3.5 star main event this week. 3 out of 4 of us had a 3-star second mid. NXT suffered a little bit. I had the best first mid card, and I had the slightly second best opener, so I think I had the best show overall. Let's see if they agree. 61,000 fans, $46,000. I got a coast-to-coast card, which last year was Shane McMahon's GM card. I never really do GM interference, so I don't care, but I was already going to get it for booking the opening match anyway. So why not? I am still in first place. I didn't check to see, but I didn't really look to see by how much last time. About 12,000 it looks like. Poor old SmackDown is suffering. And we'll be back shortly with week 3. All right, folks, we are back with week number 3. We're kicking things off with Braun Strowman versus Jey Uso for the hardcore title. Jey Uso wins, retains the title. Amazing match, grows the rivalry. Love to see it. We're giving Prototype and Finn Balor a little bit of a rest. Excellent. Thank you for growing the promo to level 2. We're growing the promo, growing the rivalry. Balor was just under 60, so I bought a Health Spa 2 card that came up, and then Prototype was still a little, mid to high, I think mid 70s or high 60s. So even just doing the promo gives him 6, so that's enough to get him back in the 70s. So they're both in good shape right now, which is what I want. Then we have Asuka versus Shayna Baszler for the Women's Championship. This might end up being better than the other one, but Jey Uso's match was a tables match, so we'll see. Also 4 stars. Okay, probably should have made that the main event. Now, charity promo. Thank you. Women's tag team titles, Caden Carter and Chyna versus Cinnamon Garrett and Tamina. Let's see what happens. Trying to get a rivalry started finally. Oh no, that one was already level 1. Okay, well now it's level 2. 3.5 stars. Nice. Good promo, thank you. And we're trying something different in the main event, because I don't think these guys have a rivalry yet. I thought maybe trying a main event would give it to them. And it's a tables match, because Cameron Grimes is a little bit weaker on the stamina. He's in the 50s, but everyone else was high 60s or 70s, so I was like, and tables aren't that hard on them, so I decided to do it. Oh no, they are level 2 as well. Okay. I just misread. So we had a good show. We technically should have put the other 4-star match in the main, but because I rightly thought the women's tag would be slightly lower than the women's singles, because of popularities, I switched them around. So they're 4, 4, 3.5, 3.5. And the way they compare that means it'll still be listed as a good show, because the 2 3.5s were one after the other. So the second mid-card was not better than the main event. And overall, we had a heck of a show with all 3.5s and 4s. Good booking. We had the best opening match. We had the best first mid-card. They slightly beat us with a 4-star second mid-card on SmackDown and a 4-star main on Raw. But we had the same number of 4-star matches as that, so overall we did fine. 68,000 fans gained, 59,000 popularity, 59,000 bucks. Let's just skip through this. And we are in first place still. We've actually increased our lead, and the gap between everyone else is getting bigger as well. Let's come back with week 4 and see how we do. Alright folks, week 4, and we're doing things a little bit different this week. Shayna Baszler and Gigi Dolan wanted to team up, and I haven't used Zoe Stark or Gigi Dolan, so I stuck them in a mid-card tag match with Asuka. I don't know if tag matches boost singles rivalries this year. I've not seen that nor tested that. I know triple threats and fatal 4-ways that they added this year can. I'm hoping the tag match will as well, but it might just start a tag rivalry. We'll see. Either way, I'm going to do it because it helps keep everyone's stamina a little bit higher, because they don't use as much generally in tag matches. But first, I thought about resting Cinnamon Garrett, but then I realized that this wouldn't be able to go up through promos, so I was like, I got to try to get it to level 3 to finish the rivalry at the pay-per-view. Chyna and Caden Carter win again. Great match, level 3 it does, grow in fact, thank you. We're just doing the old double call-out promo for Jey Uso and Braun to give them a break, and because I needed to fit this tag match in. And Shayna Baszler gets the momentum going into, it started a tag team rivalry. Oh well. Like I said, they're still, even this year, they're still working on stuff, but they've made vast improvements, and I will happily take what they have done, because I love this game mode. Men's tag team title match. Again, Cameron Grimes could probably use a rest, but I need to try to get this to level 3. And I did. Excellent. And because I ran out of people with the tag match, self-promo for our new signing, Ludwig Kaiser. I just gave him trying to boost his popularity a little. Also, he's a heel specialist, so I can put him against any babyface after the pay-per-views are over. And then Prototype and Finn Balor, because they're in good shape and it's just a normal match trying to boost the rivalry. And it does. It grows to level 3, and it's a 4-star main event. Finn Balor is the new WCW champion. Fantastic. I wish there was a way to simulate all 3 of these shows in a row. That's one minor thing I wish they'd add. But that's okay. So we all had good openers. We all had pretty average mid-cards, but mine was the best of them. I tied for the second best mid-card, and I had the best main event. Good. 60 or 55,000 and some money. I also played double cost on Raw because they're second going into the pay-per-view. So I figured I'd make it harder on them to do, and they have one of the lower budgets under the 3. So we're going into our first pay-per-view. I believe it said it was Survivor Series, and we will see you for that in a moment. All right, folks, we are back with the first PLE Premium Live Event pay-per-view. Call it whatever you want. Survivor Series. Asuka versus Shayna Baszler in a last man standing match. And ladies and gentlemen, kings, queens, and in-betweens, I have played a last man standing power card for this match, so it should be a 5-star match. Asuka is victorious. It is indeed, and it grows to level 3. I thought about using the submission match because it'd be thematic for both of them, and it's new. I'll go over this more in what looks like we're going to be doing a one long playthrough this year, because being a really small channel, my poll only has so many votes right now, but currently, as of last check of recording, all of the 3 or 4 votes that are on it want to see me just play the new version of the mode where you just keep going. So that's probably where it's going to head by the time I'm done posting this video, I'm ending the poll. So we'll go over it more, but all the new match types and even the old ones have some kind of new bonus attached to them. And the submission match that they added is actually you use that to end rivalries even if they're not level 3 or 4 already. So I thought about using that because this was only level 2. Then I was like, you know what? Let's do last man standing and then keep it going till another pay-per-view. Give him with a rest. Ludwig Kaiser just slowly trying to build his popularity. He's 3 on a mic, so I don't know why he keeps getting okay promos, but Peyton Carter and China ending the rivalry. I just did a tables match for this because everyone is pretty roughed up, but we have managed to get Cinnamon Garrett up to almost 50 popularity from like 30. Amazing match, rivalry complete. That's fine. Mid-card anyway. We have signed Jake the Snake as a heel fighter because regardless of who wins the main event, Prototype and Finn are going to need new people to go against. And while I could have just used Ludwig Kaiser against Prototype as a specialist, I'm trying to build up a couple legends to get use out of my WCW card before it expires, like before we're done this little 15-weeker. So I picked up Jake, and also you'll see down further Shawn Michaels, but we're not quite ready to use them until next week, and I didn't want them to drop in popularity, so they're doing charity promos. Braun Strowman versus Jey Uso for the hardcore title in an Extreme Rules match. Jey Uso remains the champion in a 4.5-star classic. I just realized in this one they actually show the titles on which team has them in the little preview graphic. Gigi Dolan, little charity promo, thank you Gigi. Then we have Dom Mysterio and Montez Ford ending their rivalry with Marseille and Cameron Grimes in a tornado tag. What's funny is an Extreme Rules match is apparently easier on the body than a tornado tag. I guess because you're all in the ring all the time, but you are with the other one too, so I don't know. Anyway, 4.5-star classic. Shawn Michaels, thank you for that nice little bump there. Also, it gives the legends I signed a chance to get a little bit more stamina. I signed them based on stamina and type. And neither of them had bad stamina, but Shawn was only about 70, so it gives him an extra 6 points and gives me fans. And the main event. Prototype Finn Balor. I bought a card this week. Steel cage match. Here we go. Rivalry complete, legendary match. Also, if you're still building rivalries and you're willing to risk the fact that it's a bit higher stamina cost, Steel Cage match's bonus is a 50% increased chance to build rivalries higher. So if that was only a level 2, or if I'd put that one on Shayna Baszler and Asuka, whoops, didn't mean to hit that, it almost assuredly would have grown, which it did anyway. But so let me skip the rest of this now. Thank you. I didn't mean to even watch the first part. So let's see how we did. We smashed them in the opener. We beat everybody in the first mid-card. We beat everybody in the second mid-card. We beat everybody in the third mid-card, and we smashed the main event. We absolutely destroyed them. 2 of them didn't even get credit for the amazing level booking. All right. Let's do this. 213,000 fans. We lost $73,000 because of the costs, but that's okay. Because fans are what decide the winner. We got a fixed match card for completing a seasonal challenge. And we are firmly in the lead by over 100,000 going into week 6, which is coming up next. All right, folks, we are back with week 6. We're actually putting the 2 signings that I'm planning to put against Balor and John Cena, prototype, whatever you want to call them, against each other because specialist fighter. And the other 2 need a rest because they're both like 45 to 50 stamina. So here we go. Shawn Michaels wins his first match. Mediocre match, despite the fact that they both have over 60 popularity. Excellent promo, level 1 rivalry. We have hired Triton, the big tubby piece of goo, and Joaquin Wilde for this match. Actually, a 3-star... Seriously? That was a better match? What? Finn Balor with a weak promo, despite being at least a 3 on the mic. But nevertheless, it did grow the rivalry. Zoe Stark and Gigi Dolan finally getting some time to shine as, I have no one else. Disappointing level 1 rivalry. Great. Yes, you see that right. Jey Uso is calling out Triton, the big tub of goo, because I had no other giants and I'm running low on money after the pay-per-view costs. And then Asuka and Shayna are actually still 60-ish stamina going into the show. So, and their rival, I didn't end their rivalry at the pay-per-view. So we're going to try to get it to level 4 and then we'll give them a break for a week or 2. And it is a level 4 rivalry. We'll give it a rest for a week or 2. I suppose I could just end it with a submission match, which I might even do. But I would love to have a level 4 rivalry for the pay-per-view. We'll see how I do that. They're still going with T-Bar versus Rey Mysterio. Poor opening, yes, I know. It's our first flub this whole game. It's only because I legitimately thought that match would be better. I didn't read off everything, but that's okay. We had $137,000 we desperately needed. Because I was down to like $150,000. Accomplished a commissioner goal, which I don't remember how. I'm going to finish another seasonal goal to get Vito Star. They gained on us a bit, I think, but we're still ahead by 90,000 fans from second place. Going into week 7, here we go. All right, folks, we're back with week number 7. We're kicking things off with Tubbalub Triton versus Jey Uso for the hardcore title. Even though it's not a hardcore match, Jey Uso clearly retains 3 stars and grows the rivalry to level 2. Jake the Snake calling out John Cena because John Cena still only had about 49 stamina. He was lower than I thought. Zoe Stark and Gigi Dolan in a tables match because with them not having been used much, they have 80s and 90s in stamina still, even after wrestling. Disappointing again, but it grows to level 2. Shawn Michaels versus Finn Balor, which for some reason did not. I'm sure that said it grew to level 1, but it didn't stick. Montez Ford and Dominic versus Mason Joaquin Wild. I forced this through with a card so that they would win the belts, because now I'm going to put Tez with Braun Strowman. But not right away, because Montez Ford is dying. He's at about 30 stamina. Weak promo. Okay, see. Could you stop that, please? You have a 3 on the microphone, asshole. Anyway, Kaden Carter and China versus Tamina and Queen Zelina. You'll notice the Queen Zelina does not line up with China. I was thinking wrong, and I was thinking, I need a cruiser to go with a giant. I needed a fighter to go with a bruiser. But, number one, there wasn't any female heel fighters, rather, in either free agents or legends pool this week. And China wanted to main event. Tamina wanted to match with China, but they're giant bruisers, so I had to make it tag so Kaden Carter could be in. But I couldn't use the other girl because the rivalry's on cooldown and it hurts the matches. I'd already signed Queen Zelina, and then Kaden Carter wanted to fight Queen Zelina, but they're both cruisers. So to get the best of a bad situation, I just put them all in a tag team match. Probably should have put a gimmick on it, but I didn't. It was still 3 stars. So that could have been a lot worse. Alright. Not my favorite. I didn't mean to do that. It didn't register my simulate press. Go away. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Or finale. Dang it. I knew I should have switched that tag title match. That other tag title match with Zoe Stark. But then I would have had the same thing happen, so there was nothing I could do with what I needed to book to make everyone happy. However, we are still firmly in the lead. So we are doing fine. Believe it or not, with a relatively small $320,000 budget, we still have by far the most money. Oh yeah, Sonya Deville played a double cost card on us, but we only booked 1 tables match, so it didn't cost us that much. But we'll be back with week number 8 coming up next. Hello folks, we're back with week number 8. And I know I had said we were and advertised online that we were originally going to do 15 weeks of this. I made an executive decision just because I've been a little bit slower getting this out. I was planning to have it out Tuesday night when the early access dropped, but I forgot I'd committed to playing another game with a group, so I didn't want to let them down. In the last couple of days, I've been working earlier, not super early work shifts, but significantly earlier than I'm used to at this time of the week. So I've just been, and we've been super busy at work because it's spring, basically where I live's version of spring break. So, and I work in an arcade, so you can imagine the kids are out of school, and the young kids especially, and coming in like crazy. So I'm a little behind because I keep falling asleep. I'm actually going to make this 10 weeks, finish it after this pay-per-view, and then see what the results are. Because honestly, looking at this, I think I am, especially unless the poll has significantly changed, which with 50 subscribers, I doubt it has. I'm going to actually really enjoy doing a longer version of these. I think I might, because it's a series, actually not even edit really anything out and just show you all the options, at least for the first few episodes, so you can see everything, in case you want to get the game. And because if it's a series, then I'm not trying to pound them out like crazy. Like last year, those 15 week ones I was doing were, I was trying to pound one out a week, and even 15 weeks, it takes a couple hours to book the shows with like time looking up cost and everything and booking. 2 or 3 minutes of the parts you see recorded, then another 10 or 15 minutes, breaks because I have a bad back, thankfully not cripplingly bad, but it's pretty consistently sore if I sit in my computer chair for a long time. So I have to get up and walk around and take extra breaks and stuff. It takes me 3 or 4 hours of premature straight recording, as much straight recording as I call what I do, just to record one of those. And then you know, half an hour. It doesn't take super long, but half an hour to edit it because it's still in clip form. You know, throw some music on it, and then half an hour to an hour for it to render, and then post it and all that stuff. So it takes pretty much a full day to make one of these if I try to do it all one day. So what I'm going to do instead, if we do in fact go with the series, which it looks like the poll is going to say we should, is I'll actually show you the booking in the videos, which will make each episode a little more fluff, but it's going to be a long-term series that way. It gets you to see what I see as I'm doing it, so you can speculate while you're watching, ooh, what's he booking? And where did that decision come from? And also, if it's less editing for me, then it's 45 minutes or so to record one straight through video of 2 or 3 shows. And then I just render it, throw some music over it as my edit, quote unquote, because of this content creator mode where it takes all the music out. Throw some music over top of it, call that editing, and then post it. I am trying to learn more and more over time about how to actually edit. Like, I'll put some effects and stuff in eventually, but where it makes sense. But for now, after all that ramble, Shawn Michaels, Finn Balor, Triton, and shouldn't have put that where I did. I thought their popularity would bump it, but it didn't. Cameron Grimes in a Fatal 4-Way. Number 1, to show off Fatal 4-Way matches, and number 2, because I needed Triton to get booked in some kind of match to keep his popularity going up for the pay-per-view. But Jey Uso's calling him out because Jey needed a break again this week because he was only about 50 stamina. And I wanted to keep their rivalry going, which you can do with Fatal 4-Ways. And Cameron Grimes was up to about 50, so he could have one match. And I needed a 4th guy. Could have done triple threat, I guess, but whatever. Okay promo, 5,000 fans. Dominic and Braun, this is not a title match because Dominic is not the one I want to put Braun with. Montez is, but Montez actually asked for 2 weeks off, which I'm giving him. And then at the pay, so even though it's going to be it won't be a full rivalry, although maybe I will now because there's a rivalry there. Hard to say. Good promo, grows to level 3. Triton was already hilarious looking in the last game when they used the actual picture model they used. Not like hilarious, like I make fun of certain people's looks when they're a real, even if they're just a quote unquote real person in like model form, it's still a physical model. So like, I'm not gonna mock people like that, or try not to anyway. We all mess up with that stuff sometimes, but I try not to. But now that they've switched him to just an in-game model, and the game model is absolutely horrifying. Zoe Stark, Gigi Dolan, another tables match, just trying to get something out of this rivalry. Up to a 2.5 stars. All right. Self promo from Shayna again. Her and Asuka already sitting at level 4 right now, so I didn't want to book them against each other till the pay-per-view. Or I guess I could do it next week if it drops to 3, because sometimes they drop. And Cena's up to 61, so I was like, I'm going to book him in an actual match to try to further the rivalry more. And it did work, and it was an amazing match. Fantastic. I figured out why it's not registering my presses. It's because I have to wait till the screen fully finishes loading. I should have figured, but I'm a little slow sometimes. Good booking, though. Not an overall great show, but good booking because the 2 stars were next to each other. That's all that matters. 53,000, we made some money. They're probably going to gain on us a little bit, I suspect, but we'll see. We got a free booking for Commissioner Goal. They didn't really gain on us much of it all, actually. And alright, well, let's see how week number 9 and 10 go. And like I said, I changed my mind. We're cutting this to a 10-week one because I really want to, if we are going to do a longer series, I really want to get started with it. Here we go, folks. Week 9. Now that we've decided to stop at 10 weeks, the penultimate show. 1 week before Hell in a Cell. Shawn Michaels, Finn Balor, steel cage match. And now that I know we're only going to 10 weeks, I don't care about their stamina. And I want to try to make sure this is level 3. Or level 4. Oh, holy crap. I thought it was only level 2. Did it just jump from 2 to 4 because of the cage match? Dang. Maybe it did. Jey Uso, even though I can't really make any use of the To The Moon card that I'm getting from Triple H, he said don't put Jey in a match, and Jey was honestly fine to go in a promo anyway. I decided screw it since we're ending in 2 weeks now to go Braun and Dominic. And again, I don't care about people's stamina, so we're doing a tables match for the titles. Marseille and Joaquin Wilde retain. 3 stars. Self-promo from Asuka. Just trying to keep the popularities of those two up because they're already in a level 4 feud. Caden Carter and Chyna retain. Amazing match. Ooh, that's better than I was expecting. Excellent. Popularity +4. Love to see it. And John Cena versus Jake the Snake Roberts for the championship in a tables match. Prototype wins. 4.5 star classic. Does not further the rivalry, unfortunately. But that is okay. Let's see how we did. Amazing booking. Love to see that. We gained some fans. We gained away more than everyone else. We got a To The Moon card that I realized after the fact doesn't really matter. We are ahead by a significant margin. And here we go with our new, because I changed my mind, Ultimate Finish show, Hell in a Cell, coming up. Hello folks, we're back with Hell in a Cell. You will notice that after all the work of at least slightly boosting Triton's popularity and having Jey build a level 4 rivalry, the match isn't booked. My top star was vetoed. The highest popularity star on my roster is Jey Uso. Shit. So, thankfully we had other things on the go. So, kicking us off, level 4 rivalry, Shawn Michaels versus Finn Balor inside Hell in a Cell, because it is Hell in a Cell. So I get a bonus for that. Legendary rivalry complete, as expected. Chyna just cut in a charity promo, because honestly, I didn't have enough room for everything. I could have not put this on there, probably, but I actually wanted to see how well it would do inside Hell in a Cell. Amazing. And honestly, I was kind of hoping it would be a little lower than what the tag title match probably would have been, because I wasn't sure if Michaels and Balor would go all the way to 5 or not. Inside Hell in a Cell, Asuka versus Shayna Baszler, level 4 rivalry for the women's title. Legendary match, you'll love to see it. Montez Ford doing some charity promo in his return. These guys are just in a tornado tag because I had a card for it. I'm kind of hoping this goes 4.5. Yep, 4.5 stars grows the rivalry. With popularities and everything, I figured that was probably what it would be. And level 3 rivalry gonna complete here. Hell in a Cell for the World Championship. Prototype Jake the Snake Roberts. Prototype wins. Legendary match. 3 5-star matches, a 4.5 star, and a 4 star. Held it. And that was at a booking building that I had no idea how I was going to rush the finish line for that. 5, 5, 5. We won every single match. Yeah, we did. If we didn't, I mean, we obviously did win, because they did awful from the looks of it. Oh yeah, we killed everybody by almost 200,000. Cool. So, I'm pretty sure I know what the results of the poll are going to be. But you have until this video goes live to vote on it. So if you're seeing this, I've now ended it and have started planning the result of the poll videos. Whether that be a series or some challenges like this, whatever it is. It's probably going to be a series based on our limited pool of likely people to vote on it, and the fact that so far, as of this posting, 3 of my 51 subscribers have spotted it and voted on it, and all of them picked to do a full series using the new longer form way that this is set up to play. But either way, we'll see you soon. Kings, queens, and in-betweens, I am your host as always, the jovial jester Kane Drago. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Peace out.